You remember that back in September? Old Grumpy Hunter here, and I made a big mistake. Now that shot was fatal, but not my best shot. But that's not what I'm talking about. I made a different mistake. After shooting that deer, I went out on the back porch of my WLO, Wildlife Observatory, or blind, to see if I could find out where he went. I had to do a little searching, but he had slid down the hill almost to going over the cliff. I was able to recover him, process him, put him in the freezer, etc. Now let's fast forward a couple months to November. I decided to go out to see where the deer were entering the field at because of the logging that took place a couple years ago. That logging had really messed up the deer's routes. I'd been sitting out about 2 hours, and the only thing I saw was a fat squirrel, and I was about to give up. Then out of thin air pops out a deer into the field. I settled back in, and shortly after that came a small buck. I sat there watching them, filming them with my phone until it became dark. At that point, I decided to leave. I stepped out onto the porch of the WLO, put my hand on the post while I stood there for my eyes to adjust to the darkness, and my hand was not on the post. It was on something else. I looked down, and there's my rangefinder. Now, in the past 2 months, it had rained multiple times. We've had multiple frosts. Without thinking, I picked up the rangefinder, turned it on, and I could see the crosshairs inside, but everything else looked like I was looking through ice. Turned it off, headed to the house, thinking, well, what do I need to do to dry this out? I'll put it in a bag of rice. 36 hours later, I take it out of the rice, hold it up without turning it on, and I'm still looking through ice. I start looking for a new rangefinder, and I stumble upon Vortex, and they're talking about their VIP warranty. Well, the rangefinder I just destroyed was a Vortex. So I had to wait till Monday to give them a call, and before I was done with the phone call, I had an RMA and a prepaid shipping label, and I've been told that it either be repaired or replaced. 8 days later, UPS drops a box off on my porch, and inside's a brand new rangefinder, same series but a different model, and a work order. The work order had given them 13 working days to make a decision on what they were going to do. I'm not a brand loyal person. There's a few things I have that are all the same, like my cameras are the same, so I can use the same lenses. But cars don't matter. I've driven all kinds of cars, foreign and domestic. It doesn't matter to me. But I tell you, if I'm going to go look for another optic, it's going to be a Vortex first because of their customer service, if nothing else.
What is wrong with his lip?
He is in the middle of a dermatology treatment to repair sun damage.